This is the Codes, Fairs, and Farmers Market Committee. We are in Committee Room 4. It's 5 o'clock, give or take, on Tuesday, November 6, 2018. We have one bill on the agenda tonight, Bill 2018-1334, Council Lady Henderson and Councilman Freeman. Amends Title V of the Metro Code to impose the full privilege tax allowed under state law upon the sale of tickets to events at the new Major League Soccer Stadium to eliminate general fund subsidy for debt service and to better support future maintenance. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Council Lady?
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity just to speak on this briefly, and subsequent to that, I hope you might entertain a motion to defer it one more meeting, awaiting kind of some further information and conversations. But as I did not have the opportunity to speak with you all last time this was before you because I was in another committee at the same time, I just wanted to share with you what my and Councilman Freeman's motivation in filing this bill is. And that is really just to be the best stewards of that stadium asset. So the state tells us that 10% for a stadium of that size is a good ticket tax. And so we as council members, as you know, are not really privy to the internal negotiations and what the ticket is set at. But I think the onus is on us to set the floor, and say that we kind of, with transparency and clarity, begin as we intend to go, right? And say that we are going to use the full capacity that the state allows, and then thus the ownership group can set the ticket accordingly. I absolutely think that soccer tickets should be affordable and family friendly, and we all want that. But again, the onus is on the ownership group to set the ticket accordingly based on the 10%, because again, just for the average citizen, right, to look at it, 175, 175, 175, 225, 225, 225, 325, 325, and it's kind of stepped in. Mr. Riebling was quoted in the Tennessean as anticipating that there would be a shortfall from a debt service perspective in the early years. And in my view, that's not acceptable. I think we should structure the deal such that we do not have to go into our operational funds when we already have 15% of our operational budget in debt service. So I think, as many facets as there were to this deal, I think we could have, respectfully crafted it in such a way that we would not have that shortfall. So my intent is to close the shortfall, also to be just very transparent, clear, and simple, frankly, and just saying we intend to use the full 10%, because I think, as we all know, these sort of municipal assets, when a stadium is out in the sun, in the rain, they never pay for themselves, they over time. So this was just really filed in the interest of transparency and clarity. I did meet with the administration, and I asked them sort of, what was their rebuttal to this. And it was simply that they were opposed, and that this deal had already been negotiated, and thus we could not, they did not want to engage in this conversation at the time. But the reason I'm deferring it is hoping to get some more information from them, a more robust rebuttal, right, with a little more kind of facts in there, so that, because if you look in the fiscal analysis that Mr. Curl has projected, he just basically said $10 ticket, $20 ticket, $30 ticket, $40, not really knowing, right, just kind of a hypothetical. Assumption would be maybe up in the rafters it's a $20 ticket, maybe down here it's a $50. But if you just assumed a hypothetical $50 ticket over the 20-year span, the legislation I'm proposing would garner us $25 million more dollars. So if you take it down to a $40 ticket, you're going to garner $20 more million, and so on and so on. And so I just think it is, it's about fiscal management. It's about transparency, and I respect that this deal has been negotiated, but I think the onus is on us to push a little bit to make sure we're being the best stewards of this asset at the fairgrounds that we can. And so I just wanted to kind of put that out there. I welcome any questions, and then if I may, I would ask to defer so that I can try to get some more information from the administration.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to defer per the sponsor's request? request for one meeting?
Sure.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor of deferment for one meeting? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes for deferment. Thank you very much, and that concludes Coast Fairs and Farmers Market Committee.